This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with SB Sports. We're here at the final press conference, delighted to be joined with the diva, Cully. When we last spoke, obviously, in the initial press conference, you're obviously starting in the camp and everything for the fight. I'd probably fair to say maybe this has been the easiest probably camp you've had because you've had this motivation of knowing and fighting in the three arena.
Nah, this has been the hardest camp I've had by far. Easiest, I suppose, to get motivated for, like you said, and easiest to be driven towards as we're back in Dublin. But it's definitely been the hardest I've worked in a camp so far. I work hard in every camp, but every camp we try and improve. And this one, I felt like I went a little bit harder, being back in Dublin, being that special event. So I'm more prepared than ever for this one.
It's been a long time coming. Obviously, we know. 2017 you made your debut. I think it was 2017. Was it debut in Ryan Burnett's undercard? Or was that your second pro fight?
That was my second pro fight. I fought a month before in the Devonish, so it was around September 2017 I made my debut, and then October in the SSE. So yeah, it's been nearly 6 years now I'm pro. This is my homecoming as well, Katie's homecoming, but also mine, and really excited for it. It
sort of gives you I know obviously in the JD things and stuff you've done last night, it's getting yourself ready for obviously headlining your own cards here in Dublin. This gives you this taste that you want more, and that's what boxing's all about, isn't it? It's putting yourself in the sort of deep end and strange scenarios and going, I want this, I want this, I want this. That card's dangling, and you're saying to Eddie, let's get me the next one, the headline.
100%, but they all come at the right time as well, I was calling for these type of gigs and homecomings and stuff like that since I'm 2 and 3 and only 22, 23 years of age, and thought I was ready for them and probably wasn't at the time. Now I feel like I've matured in the last few years. I've gained so much experience. I've obviously got Matchroom behind me now, and I'm ready for these moments now, so the time is right, everything is aligned for me perfectly. I'm working really, really hard, and it's time on Saturday to show everybody that I'm ready to make that step to becoming a headline myself,
The Matchroom effect, obviously, within that, has that added extra levels to the confidence that you've already had? Because you've always been about, I'm a superstar in the making, I just need the right sort of support. Is that Matchroom influence now helping you to believe probably more that the dreams you've had for years are going to become even more true?
Yeah, I think I've aligned with the right platform, with the right promoter. I've always said, even since before I signed with Matchroom was my aim. That's where I wanted to go. That was the promoter I see myself with, and I got that deal last year, and we're working really well together, and as you see now, Eddie coming back with Katie and investing in a couple more Irish fighters as well. So like I said in the last couple of days, I want to be the one to lead that charge and to be the one to this new wave of Irish talent that's coming through. I want to be the one that's at the forefront of it, and that's giving us the next generation opportunities.
You've obviously another Mexican on the line, obviously Saturday night. That's someone that you'd be well aware of. Jose Felix obviously fought Tyrone McKenna last year. Well, nearly 2 years ago now, 2021. I guess with obviously you can't really watch Tyrone's fight because Tyrone's a different sort of style of fighter than you, but have you sort of watched a lot of him, or is it just the fact that you just know no matter who it is, you can in there and put on spectacular fashion?
Yeah, I think I seen Jose Felix live obviously when he fought Tyrone. I was at that show. I seen him fight Sandor Martin last year when he fought his last fight. And he's got an exciting style, I didn't want somebody who was going to come and be negative or anything like that. It's my homecoming. I wanted somebody who was going to come to fight, who was going to come to excite the fans, and he's Mexican. We're the fighting Irish. He's a Mexican. They love to fight too. So I believe our styles are going to gel really, really nicely for a really good fight.
I know when the initial press conference was done, I was looking very close to the opponent. Was there issues with getting opponents even after then? I know that Dara Foley was obviously one that was looking at being lined up. Was there others that sort of... Are you becoming the avoided sort of person in the lightweight division now that people need a lot of money to say yes?
Yeah, I'm quite hard to match, The Foley one was talked about for a little bit. He was fighting up at 140. We tried to make a weight in the middle that we could agree at. He said he couldn't come down to the weight that I wanted to fight at safely, so that one didn't happen for whatever reason, but there was a couple of names after that. Obviously we were speaking of Jorge Linares, wanted a little bit too much money, I believe. Maxi Hughes was another one that went down another route and took George Cambosa's. I think I'm going to be avoided by the bigger names in the division. I've always said I feel like I'm going to have to get myself into a mandatory position. I'm a 6'2" southpaw. I can punch. I'm on a 5-fight KO streak as well, So people aren't queuing up to fight me. But I believe it's only a matter of time before I'm in them mandatory positions and I'm forcing my way into these title fights, you know.
Speaking obviously of a lightweight, obviously if Devin Heaney and Lomachenko obviously going at it on Saturday night a few hours after yours, what's your thoughts and obviously on that? I firmly believe probably we've never seen the best of Loma against Kambosa. What obviously is your thoughts? Who do you think's going to become the new undisputed or retains obviously undisputed on Saturday night?
I think Devin Haney comes through that one. I think he's too young, too fresh, very, very skillful fighter. I think if it was 2 years ago, it could have been a little bit different. Could have been a lot different. I think Loma maybe would have took it going back 2 years, but boxing is a young man's sport, I believe. Time waits for no man, and although Loma is a very, very skillful fighter, I believe it's Devin Haney's time. He's a lot bigger, he's a lot stronger, and I think he's going to come through that one on Saturday night.
I think obviously it'll be harder for you to obviously get a fight with Loma. Obviously with the top rank and matchroom sometimes don't work well together. I think Devin Heaney's free agent after his fighting Saturday night as well, so it might obviously help you, and you could sort of be looking at ideally at one world title, and you could end up fighting for them all.
Yeah, I think if Devin wins, he'll probably end up moving up to 140, scattering the belts, vacating all the belts. I've got a nice ranking with the WBO and the WBA at the moment as well, so I'm in a good position there, and I'll look to climb the rankings after this fight as well, and hopefully be in a good position to if Devin Haney comes through, to challenge for one of them vacant belts coming towards the end of the year.
Finally, when I get your thoughts on the main event, obviously I know you've been a long, obviously sparring partner and everything else for Katie down through the years. Have you really had much time to sort of think on the main event on Saturday night, or I guess everybody's hoping Katie can come through, but our most dangerous task at hand? But it's not just testament to what Katie is, she's happy to push boundaries.
That's what makes Katie so special. She wants to challenge herself all the time. She's the best at 135. She wants to go to 140, prove she's the best there. She'd step up to 147, 154. She wants to fight everybody. That's what makes her so special, I believe. And I think skills pay the bills. Although Chantel will probably be the bigger girl in there on the night, probably be stronger than Katie. Katie's going to have that heart in Dublin. She's going to have that motivation. She's back in Dublin. It's her homecoming, and also I believe she's a more skillful fighter. And like I said, skills pay the bills. If she gets up on the toe, she uses her boxing skills. It can be an easy night for her, I think.
Well, listen, thanks very much for your time as always, Gary. Obviously enjoy the final press conference today. Enjoy obviously Saturday night, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you very, very soon when you put in another spectacular performance.
For sure. Keep your eyes peeled, and like I always say, don't blink.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.